Okay, so, what year is this? No, I need to ask this question. What year is this? Like, last time I checked, I'm pretty sure it was 2026, not 2016. The year where, like, virtually every great Hollywood celebrity that was known and beloved all over the world was just dying. Because I swear, 10 years later, history is repeating itself. I literally just made a video about this for Hayden Panettiere. And listen, I knew I was going to make this video again. I just didn't know when that was going to happen, nor did I know who I was going to make it for. But my goodness, man, the death of Dolly Parton. Seriously, like, I know it's bright and sunny outside, but I swear the world just got a little bit dimmer. I'm not kidding. Happy hump day, folks. So yeah, if you couldn't tell, my low is, like a lot of other people out there, I'm very saddened by the passing of Dolly Parton. If there is any silver line to this, my high is the fact that, it really is so beautiful seeing a lot of people grieve for Dolly. I mean, listen, whether it was Hayden Panettiere or Dolly Parton, or even back in 2016 when it happened to virtually everybody like David Bowie and Alan Rickman and, virtually everybody else, like, it's so beautiful to see so many people who were touched by their works to, come together and be like, and celebrate what they did. That really is beautiful to see. And what's my act of kindness? What is my act of kindness? Well, I helped my mom with a few things around the house. I did. Actually, let me fix the phone a little bit. I hate it when sometimes it doesn't look right to me, even though I think it looks right in the beginning. So, yeah. The passing of Dolly Parton. Understand something. The other day when I made the video about Hayden Panettiere, like, I literally woke up, checked my phone, and boom, there it was. When I heard about the death of Dolly Parton, like, I was just in the middle of my day, just minding my own business, and boom, I saw it. Like, when I saw it, as it was posted on Facebook, I thought it was a hoax. And again, you hope it's a hoax, let's be real here. But especially when, like, someone's like, bro, she's still alive. So I kept looking, and I mean, things looked okay until I saw, if you look at any information site about it, whether it's like Wikipedia or whatever, pay attention to the tense of what's being said. If it goes from Dolly Parton is to Dolly Parton was, that means they passed away. I know, it's always so sad to come to that realization. Because, it's just proper etiquette. Proper etiquette dictates that if someone is still alive, you refer to them in the present tense. It's just so crazy that now we have to say Dolly Parton was. Now, I will admit, when it comes to knowing about how truly great of a human being Dolly Parton was, I'm fairly late to the game. In fact, my first exposure to Dolly Parton really had nothing to do with any of her music or any of her charity work. And I'd never been to Dollywood either. No, my first exposure to Dolly Parton was watching Hannah Montana. Yep. I watched Hannah Montana when I was a kid. I mean, listen, Hannah Montana really wasn't the greatest show on TV, not by a long shot. But you know what? Without it, there's a lot of people that we wouldn't. I mean, in fact, it was watching Hannah Montana where I first became exposed to not only Miley Cyrus, but her dad, Billy Ray Cyrus, and Jason Earl. Hell, it was the first time I learned that Haley Joel Osment had a sister, Emily Osment. You know, so say what you want about Hannah Montana, but without it, there's a few careers that people would neither know about or probably never would have even launched. And Dolly Parton would occasionally guest star as Miley's Aunt Dolly, which is really nice. And Aunt Dolly in Hannah Montana is, you know, Miley Stewart's godmother, and in real life, because Miley Stewart's also played by Miley Cyrus, Dolly Parton was Miley Cyrus's godmother. Yeah. When it was announced, when it was revealed that Dolly Parton couldn't have any kids, you know, it was Billy Ray Cyrus, being the awesome human being that he is. He's like, listen, I would love for you to be the godfather to my child. And yeah. So shout out to Billy Ray Cyrus for being awesome for that. And that's ultimately how I became exposed to Dolly Parton. And I'd say in the last decade or so, you know, anything involving Dolly Parton, anyone around me would get like really excited to talk about her. And, you know, I thought, you know, I fell into it too. You know, I became a Dolly Parton fan as well. Full stop. As of late, and obviously this has got to be a coincidence, because there's no way I ever could have predicted this would happen. But lately, the song Working 9 to 5 from Dolly Parton has been in my head a lot. And, you know, to be honest, I thought it was just in my head because, you know, it's a catchy song. It is. It's a good song. Dolly Parton had really good music. She did. You know, there's a listen, Dolly Parton was a woman of so many talents. And needless to say, singing is the one that pretty much everybody knows her for. But the one thing that most people don't really grasp is, I mean, Dolly Parton could sing, Dolly Parton could act. She could act. I almost said ask there. I'm sure she probably asked questions when she was alive. Of course she would. But she was just so kind to, like, everybody. Even to people that she never met in person. If you don't believe me, yesterday, it was Marshall Mathers himself, Eminem, who, after he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, he actually posted a letter that he received from Dolly Parton saying, you know, I'm going to look up that letter. Hold on. I literally just saw it yesterday. Holy cow. I can find it. Hold on. It shouldn't take long to find. Yeah, here it is. Marshall, in parentheses Eminem. Congratulations on your induction to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Your performance was amazing and everybody said so. Even though I don't know a lot about rap music, I've come to know that you are the very best at it. Which he is, it's Eminem. Aside from that, I hope what I have to say will not seem weird or strange to you, but I've always felt some unexplained connection to you, like I know you somehow. I hope to meet you at the show, but you know how nuts those things are. Personally, I hate him, and I missed my chance, but maybe someday we'll meet. In the meantime, keep doing what you're doing because you do it so well. And no matter how complex the world may be, just know you are very special, and touch people in ways you don't even know. With love and respect, Dolly Parton. Think about that for a second. She had never met Eminem personally, but she was still kind enough to literally write a letter of this magnitude to Eminem, congratulating him for being inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Did she need to do that? You could argue no, but that was Dolly Parton. Seriously, there are so many videos of Dolly Parton just saying so much inspirational stuff. Not just to like people who need it, but like giving a shout out to like a celebrity on their birthday or congratulating them on some award they got or something like that. Because, I mean, that's Dolly Parton. In fact, that's country music as a whole. Listen, I will admit, once upon a time, I didn't really think country music was, I mean, it was good, but I never really had the appreciation I have for it now. Shout out to Claudia Hoiser for making me a country music fan. I'm wearing a Claudia Hoiser. I guess it is kind of fitting I'm wearing a Claudia Hoiser shirt because she is a country music star and I'm making a video about the passing of a country music star. I guess it is kind of fitting. Oh gosh. I wonder what Claudia Hoiser has to say about this. Hold on. I'm sure she probably knows. It's pretty much every country music star would know this. Oh. I'm guessing maybe she's keeping silent about it. But this hurts, man. It does. I said earlier that, my first exposure to Dolly Parton when she guest starred on Hannah Montana. And, by far, listen, I said Hannah Montana really wasn't the greatest show, but for sure, every episode Dolly Parton was on was always memorable to me. I mean, her first guest star, like she walks in through the door, and obviously this is recorded in front of, actually, what's Hannah Montana recording in front of a live audience? Or did they just use a laugh track? Well, either way, the crowd went nuts when Dolly Parton walked in, and I thought, okay, she must be some sort of guest star. Maybe the crowd knows something I don't. But now looking back, I'm like, yeah, okay, there's a reason why that crowd was cheering as loud as they were, whether it's a laugh track or not. By far, though, one of the most memorable episodes for me was when it was Miley's grandma. Off the top of my head, I can't. Hold on. Who was the actress that played Miley Cyrus's grandma? Miley Cyrus' grandma. Okay. Okay, Hannah Montana cast. Okay. Vicki Lawrence, that's who it was, Vicki Lawrence. When the grandma who was played by Vicki Lawrence was visiting for something important that, Hannah Montana was getting recognized for, and Aunt Dolly arrives too, and basically they were, for lack of a better analogy, they were kind of having a pissing contest to see who was treating Miley better, and Dolly Parton had this one line it's so, by today's standards, it really is cringe, but for the time it was kind of funny. Where actually, even today, people say, talk to the hand. But Dolly Parton, when she said, talk to the hand because the booty's off duty. Listen, this This was early to mid 2000s writing. This is what you were going to get. It was just so funny, though. And nobody but Dolly Parton could have delivered that line with the proper timing and, hilarity that came after it, That was Dolly Parton. She was awesome. She will always be awesome. Even if she's gone, the impact she made on the world will never be forgotten. I can imagine that, virtually every Dolly Parton song or movie that she was ever in is going to be playing on radio or TV or whatever for weeks to come. I could only imagine that Dolly Parton's family is feeling very sad at the moment. So I hope if anyone in Dolly Parton's family is watching this, I hope this finds you well. Much love and respect. Hope you're holding up, but well, to anyone who's a fan of country music, I really hope you're holding up well too, because this one hurts. It absolutely does. Okay, I wasn't really going to talk about this, but recently, over the last, it'll be 15 months in September, I actually have a new job. I'm not going to say what it is, but over the last almost 2 months now, where I work, sometimes my hours are 9 to 5, and whenever that happens, that's when Dolly Parton's 9 to 5, pops in my head. So, thank you, Dolly Parton, for everything you did and everything you will do for country music fans for generations to come. You may be gone, but you are never going to be forgotten. The only thing we can all do is, keep moving forward. I'm sure that's what Dolly Parton would want us to do. And find happiness wherever we can find it. Hope you like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, find me on social media. As always, I'm very hungry. If you all the guys watching, enjoy the video. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Remember, you guys want to talk to me, let knows back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day. Holy cow, for real, I am almost in tears right now. I'm this close to crying. I'm not kidding. I even moved myself, Holy cow.